What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Ty Scooty back with another reaction video. And I know it's been a minute, or at least a minute considering, you know, how often we've been uploading. Yesterday was Halloween, as y'all may know. And we ended October on something serious, bro. All of October, we grinded our ass off, did whatever we could. And then we ended it off with a night of celebration, got turned, got lit. I hope y'all had a blessed and wonderful day with y'all's family. I hope whether y'all had kids, little brothers, little sisters, little cousins, they all, you know, got as much candy as they liked. You know, overall, just, you know, making sure that you're with your families and your loved ones on a day of, you know, celebration like that. You know, celebration depending on, like, how you celebrate Halloween. But regardless, I hope y'all had a blessed day. And back to the job, man. Let's get to work. This vid right here is called Cops Discover a Killer's Horrifying Body Dump. And this is by Insanity Body Cam. As always, Insanity drops dubs. If y'all ever want to watch their channel without my reaction, go ahead and tense it out. But without no further ado, let's get into it.
Do you smell it? I smell something.
I'm harder than before. My high school Spanish teacher winded up being a damn. Oh shit! Already catching a body on the first 5 seconds. No, yeah, I've seen a lot of teachers turn out to be a little, you know.
44-year-old Clinton James Pierce.
Rest in peace, Clinton, bro.
In the garage of his closest friend. James had been missing for more than a month. And because of his history with drug abuse, detectives assume it was an overdose.
Caesar! What's good, Caesar?
When a furious crowd of residents demands that the police find the killer, one officer begins to suspect something far more sinister.
Bro, what? Serious? That's 3 bodies on these, bro. 3 people didn't get done.
Nigga, they done found 3 bodies. Shut up, Flight Man. They found 3 bodies in there.
This is not his first time. My baby's been sitting in this garage, rotting away like a piece of.
One of the detectives sent out, hey, he might have overdosed. Even if he did, that's not how he would have been found. It's gonna be a homicide. It has to be.
The officer sets out to uncover the truth, even if it means going against his own department. Because if he doesn't...
They talk about 1350, but always make up the majority of these crimes. And see, bro, that's why at any time someone... Whenever we get to talking about shit, I hate when nigga just start talking about statistics. Because nigga, statistics aren't everything, bro. You can look at the box score of a game, but if you didn't watch the 2 teams play, you don't know what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? A lot of people will look at statistics, look at everything that's gone on recently in America, and then think that they can judge a situation off of whatever they've seen. Bro, first of all, let's not count the fact that half the statistics could be fucking wrong. There's always going to be stuff that's accounted for and stuff that's not accounted for. For every case that you see is being reported, there's one that's not. For every case that you see that's going under the radar, another is getting publicized for a reason where it shouldn't have even been getting that national level news. You know what I mean? People obviously try and make one party look worse than the other, but deep down, it's not even about that. Doing that separates the fact that there are crazy people. People always want to say, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Filipino, whatever the fuck. But niggas aren't gonna say crazy. Like, it don't matter what skin color you got, nigga, crazy is crazy. People wanna say, oh, white people do this, black people do this. Nigga, if the second you start taking it to statistics, you're already disrespecting the victims. You know what I mean? If anything, I get you're trying to call out the person that did it, but have respect for the victims' lives and take account and acknowledge what had happened before just drawing it up to like race bait. You know what I mean?
A killer.
What's good, y'all? Good morning. Good afternoon. How about we talk about McDonald's? McDonald's sauce tier list is actually kind of crazy. What'd you do for Halloween, bro? We had a little party. You know what I mean?
Put your window down! Put both hands outside the car!
In the late hours of a Thursday evening, police in Dayton, Ohio receive a frantic call from a woman claiming she's found her husband dead in a friend's garage.
What's good, Jay?
Is Amanda Carson, her voice trembling as she struggles to contain her sister, Nicole. But when officers
W. Colby in the
arrive,
chat, bro.
They have no idea the entire neighborhood has already
WISO.
gathered, and the scene is moments away
Happy
from
late Halloween,
spiraling
y'all.
into absolute chaos.
I'm the one who did the report.
Okay, well, can you come here with me? I'm pretty sure his shoes are in here, underneath the padding. This is his son, this is his wife.
Hey, Jada reminded us, bro. The triple N. The triple N. I want y'all to stay abstinent, brothers. All my brothers in here, bro. Stay abstinent for the month. I want y'all November 30th to turn out looking like fucking Bane. You know, I promise. You go without choking and shit, nigga, you gonna be built up on test. No, I did not fail. What you talking about? I did not fail. Your boy, an abstinent king.
Hey, why don't you guys get back? Oh, you guys are
If you just drop the vid in the Discord general or in vids, it'll be sent.
Over here under.
Hey, you step out.
And do you see that thing of candy right there where you're standing here, right? Do you smell that smell?
I smell something.
Under this one in the corner.
Hey, he's gonna be.
Back up, back on, back
Call
up.
Sergeant. Call Sergeant.
Beneath piles of garbage lies the body of 43-year-old Clinton James Pierce, known to everyone simply as CJ.
Bro, I appreciate y'all for real, bro. Rest in peace to this man. And as y'all know, they're about to look and find way more. But it's sad seeing these situations because it's like you see so many missing people cases, and then you know where they are. People think that they're lost, ran off somewhere, and the whole time they can be right next door, you know, just passed away. And that's just absolutely heartbreaking. Yo, Seth, what's good, bro? Hey, we were talking about it just earlier, bro. Halloween, you know, we had one little day. But, hey, bro, everyone joining up, bro. I love y'all niggas, bro. Mark, all of y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all had a blessed and wonderful Halloween as well. I had a great one. Had a little party with my family. You know, we were just chilling on some shit. It was a great and wonderful little party. But now we back to work. Tonight I'm leaving to go see my girl, but I'm gonna make sure I get a lot of videos out for y'all, and I'll be back tomorrow around like 7 p.m. So your boy's gonna have a long ass stream regardless. So we'll get back into this. I appreciate all of y'all, and hey, triple N, let's get it.
His family is
Triple in.
furious, convinced the police ignored his disappearance for months, dismissing him as a drug addict who overdosed. But as Officer Floyd prepares
so
to
sad.
step outside, one resident bursts into panic, shouting that this is not the first time someone has died in this very garage.
You got it. It was dead.
Bro, yeah, we might make a little vid.
Because the man who lives here has moved out. They left.
He's in the report.
Yes.
What the fuck? They didn't shoot someone. The cops, they were looking in this little garage, and they found this man that's been missing for all this time. And the cops basically drew it off as like a little situation of, since he was on whatever, that he might have just gone missing because of that. But they found that in this same garage, it wasn't just him, it was two others. Like this shit is sick.
This is not his first
What's
time.
good, Red?
This is not his first time.
The scene is pure chaos. Nicole, the caller's sister, stands before the crowd of the victim's family and neighbors. According to them, whoever lived here has allegedly killed more than 2 people in the past. Now, with a potential serial killer on the loose and a furious crowd closing in, Officer Floyd knows they need to act fast.
What's good,
Lucky
y'all?
for him, Nicole knows exactly who the killer is and will be instrumental in his capture.
We tried telling him to come up here. We told our detective. He's been missing since July 15th.
You guys can be as mad as you want. You guys to move down the alley.
I'm mad that they're blocking the top right of the screen, because with how they're saying that they've been ignoring this case for a long time, and they said that they've been waiting since July 15th. I want to know what the date is. And do y'all think that they're blocking that off because they know how long it took? Because like they normally keep that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like the upper right portion where it shows the date, the time. Why the fuck is that blurred? That's what I'm wondering, because they normally never blur that shit, you know? But regardless, this shit's stupid. This shit's stupid. I hate that there are so many cases out there. Rest in peace to everybody who's been taken from this earth and then their justice wasn't performed in a right way because of who they were. You know what I mean? But no, I'm just, that's something that I noticed, Mags, because I was like, in every video we watch, they never blur out the time and date. And it's not even like there's anything right there, like a body or something that they need to blur out. They just, you know what I mean?
Back up, guys. Come on. Right. Well, I have
They didn't want my aura, bro.
So I'm going to stand here and talk with these two officers. Go down there with your sister. What do you want us to do? Go down there with your sister. These guys didn't do it. This man came out and took the report. I mean, and just because Jay called and said he's a dope fiend, the only thing now, they're going to have the evidence to get Jay now. He got a dead body in his garage.
As soon as I saw, I'm not touching it until an evidence.
Right, they have a dead body in his garage. Regardless, he's got an answer for that. Where's Jay at now? They're going to get him. They'll go get him.
J reference?
The lady in pink just mentioned the name Jay, someone she claims recently moved out after killing CJ. Officer Floyd recognizes the name immediately. Jay was listed in a previous missing person report, the very one the detectives chose to ignore. Jay is CJ's business partner and longtime friend. Now he's nowhere to be found.
Wow.
And Floyd fears he may have already fled town. But worse yet, the officer doesn't realize that Jay has even tried to hide his horrifying act.
So sorry about this. Like, the emotional.
Absolutely, no. I completely understand. I had a bad feeling when I did the report. The circumstances that led up to everything.
My name's Nicole. I know what he called in.
Where's his ex-wife?
Wife down here. It's his fiance. They weren't legally married yet.
Do you know who owns the property?
Amanda does.
Amanda does?
His fiance, yeah. Dude who lived here, his daughter has been talking 10 kinds of shit to her about, oh, you'll find out what's happened to your husband. You'll know eventually. Like, just crazy. It's all on screenshot. So if needed.
So, okay. And in every situation we see something like this, I always say, bro, there are other people that knew about that. They need to be locked up as well. Because what do you mean that their little stupid bitch ass daughter was saying, oh, well, you're going to find out where your husband went. You're going to find out where your husband went. And the whole time he's passed away. Yeah. Y'all need to go under the jail cell right with your fuck ass father. In my opinion. Because what do you mean you're going to sit over there? Like, yo, I promise there's not a whole lot of things that make me mad. But whenever it comes to someone's family, and like, say someone is looking for their family member, and you could tell it's just a serious situation, and then you play with it like it's a fucking joke. Like, oh, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out where they're at. You're gonna like, bro, you gonna find out, son. You gonna find out, son. Surely.
Yeah.
According to Nicole, Jay's girlfriend has been openly talking about CJ's murder, trying to intimidate the family, especially his wife, Amanda. But before the officer speaks to Amanda, he first has to convince his sergeant that CJ's death is a homicide and not an accident.
I appreciate all the likes, y'all. Thank y'all.
Help out your family a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll do everything we can, okay? Hey, Sarge. It's gonna be a homicide. It has to be. He's a missing person. Super
hey, thank you.
This house.
Thank y'all for the follows too. I appreciate y'all.
Family members, but there was a guy that was living here. He just recently moved out. These guys have been looking for him nonstop. They drove past the garage today. Yeah, the door was cracked. I'm not sure the situation there, but there was smell of a dead body. They opened the door, and it was stronger. There's carpet and a whole bunch of like floor padding and stuff all in the corner, and it's covering his dead body. I saw his leg. There's his shoe, and then you can see his leg. I put everything else back.
Golly.
So he works, he's got a work van. He works with the guy that lived here. He just got moved out or got evicted.
With everyone at the scene pointing to the same person, officers now have a main suspect, 47-year-old Jeremy Van Voorhees, a man they'll soon learn has a lengthy
This nigga's last name was Voorhees. This nigga's, hey, unironically, yeah, they should have known. Nigga, I can't trust no nigga with their last name is Voorhees, bro. I'm immediately thinking of Jason. You know he was slow. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Criminal record.
I know there's some cases where you can't choose your last name, but damn, nigga.
Meanwhile, the lead officer goes to speak with the victim's wife, Amanda. The police still believe CJ was a drug addict and haven't ruled out the overdose theory. But what Amanda says next would expose
I appreciate
just
all the
how
likes, y'all.
wrong
Thank y'all.
the police have been about CJ all along.
He's the one that actually owns the house.
I can go get her for you.
Just take it to me.
Because I got her phone right here. I just hate that her son had to find the daddy like that.
Yeah. Amanda?
Yeah, yes, that's her.
Amanda, I know you're not going anywhere. However, so you own that house, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the reason, so everybody knows, the reason we're not just punting that door and grabbing whoever we can is because if we do that right now without a warrant, it throws out a lot of evidence. So the detectives can talk to you. I understand.
I told you there was something right about this.
I agree.
There's a I told you right. That's why they didn't want me around this mother. And that detective, I've been telling him for a month. They're not letting me in the house or the garage. There's something wrong. Oh, but we can't do nothing. We can't do nothing, you son of a bitch. Now what are you gonna do? You're really not gonna do nothing now. How's this story paying out now? He really jumped out of a car and got someone else's car, didn't he? The whole time my baby's been right here underneath my nose. My baby's been...
And see, that's exactly what I was saying, and that's absolutely so sad that, you know, there's a lot of times it gets drawn up like this. Like the police don't want to really go and look for someone they think might have OD'd, whether they had past priors or not. There is a family out there looking for their family. So for y'all to show less effort and looking for them than someone else and just trying to draw it up as a little, oh, well, he just went somewhere. He just OD'd. He just did this, that, and the third. And he was right next to them the whole time. He was right next to them the whole time. If the police really just actually took their time, I wouldn't even say took their time. If they cared genuinely to look and find where he was at, if they would have just went to his home and maybe had like a search team, a dog, you can't tell me those dogs wouldn't have just sniffed right next door and said, yeah, they're right here. Bro, NBA Slime, I appreciate the follow, bro. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, there's so many cases where you can tell that the police are being biased before they even get the chance to find out what the fuck was going on. Like, whether you think this nigga was a fiend or not, you really just gonna draw it down to him ODing? This nigga been smoking all his life, and you think he finally gonna OD? Nah, y'all better investigate. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? I'm gonna get off of the pause and go ahead and get back to this vid. This vid is absolutely sad. Cops discover a killer's horrifying, it was multiple bodies. This is just the first one, sadly.
sitting in this garage, rotting away like a piece of shit. And all he's ever...
that you got him now, though, baby.
We gave this son of a...
I've heard...
to live. We gave him a place to live.
I've heard
We
of
gave him a
people
job.
doing it, but I think it's mainly off being laced. I don't think it's ever. It might feel like it. I think whenever people OD outside, it's just a high form of anxiety that they can't control, and that's why it feels like an OD because their hearts. But I would never really say it has the same type of OD effects. Y'all know what I'm saying? As other things, you know, because other things, yeah, you're definitely dying. With Desire, it just feels like you're dying.
We
you know.
got him out of jail. We put our house up for him to get out of jail.
No. Oh my gosh.
CJ's fiancée, Amanda, is visibly distraught, realizing she will never see her children's father again. She says they gave Jeremy a house and even got him out of jail several times. Yet he still chose to murder CJ over what officers will soon discover was merely a pay dispute. Devastated by what he's just heard, the officer finally grasps the gravity of the police department's failure to investigate CJ's disappearance sooner. From this moment on, Officer Floyd makes it his mission to uncover the truth and bring the killer to justice, even if it means holding his own department accountable.
I knew there was something wrong. I've been told everything.
The family was back, so I guess somebody from the family called one of the detectives and told one of the detectives that he was like a drug user. But the initial story was like, he just hasn't had any history with us for like 12 years. So he didn't have anything. He's got like a steady job, has grandkids and stuff, has a family, has a house that he lives with his fiance.
So you mean to tell me they were trying to chalk it up to OD and that him being back on drugs was the answer when when he was clean? That's some shit that pisses me off, bro, because you'll see so many people sit up here and fucking lie and say, oh, you know, you can better yourself. You can change your life, and you really can. But that doesn't mean that the same people that are telling you to will actually view the difference you've made in it. You know what I mean? That's so fucking disrespectful. This nigga went longer than a decade staying clean, doing whatever he had to do, working, being a working man, and then he goes missing, and they're like, you know what? if he really went missing, I think he's got to be back on drugs again. Like, you know how fucked up that is? That's so fucked up. I just...
For the last like 15 years. Somebody was like, he's a dope fiend. So in the email that one of the detectives sent out, might overdose. But I'm like, that's not, even if he did, that's not how he would have been found.
Explain what you do since you took the initial.
So I was San Diego. We did the initial missing on 16th or 17th of July. Family basically said, got a steady life, secure job, no runs with police for 12 years, good life. His coworker lives here. The deceased family actually owns the house. They allowed him to live here. He's got residency here. They were coworkers. They went to work. They came home. He was acting a little funny, like he had something on his mind, and that was the last time he was seen.
And with that short speech, Officer Floyd single-handedly pushes forward the search for the main suspect in CJ's death, and an arrest warrant is issued for Jeremy Van Voorhees on suspicion of murder. Soon after, the residents disperse and officers return to the station, hoping the autopsy results will give the investigation the boost it needs. Though they finally have a lead, no one knows just how far their suspect will go to stay free, even if that means putting dozens of lives at risk. The very next day, the autopsy results come back, revealing
I appreciate all the likes, y'all. Thank y'all. We about to hit 5.
The body is in an advanced state of
Rest in
decay,
peace.
and investigators
We about to hit
determined
5K
that
though. I
CJ
appreciate y'all.
likely
Thank y'all.
died about a month earlier, around the same time he was reported missing. As the search for Jeremy intensifies,
Thank you,
Officer
Christopher.
Floyd calls the victim's
Much
wife,
love, y'all.
hoping she can help him piece together what drove Jeremy to snap at CJ. According to her, the two men have been arguing over money, with Jeremy demanding $30,000 in cash for his work, which CJ refused to pay. Now, Officer Floyd realizes that if Jeremy is capable of killing out of spite, no one knows what he might do next, or who else might be on.
And that is one thing too. I know we talked about it in that other vid. We talked about it. What video was it that we reacted to? We reacted to a video of these homies that went up to a house party, and then this man got backdoored because he interrupted his friend too many times. He cut his friend off in a conversation multiple times, and so that man shot him, bro. And this is what the reason why I'm trying to connect this is. This man, the man that lost his life, was a business partner with this nigga right here, and it was all over money. It was all over money, and his life ended because of it. Y'all, I want y'all to be sure, whether you're starting up a business with somebody, whether you're starting being friends with somebody, y'all gotta learn that some people are fucking crazy. And you will see those red flags ahead of time. You will definitely see those red flags ahead of time, but what you gotta know is you can't ignore it. I know it sounds insane, but if these motherfuckers are around and they talk about doing some fucked up shit and talk about the fucked up shit that they do to other people or that they will do, if they feel that comfortable talking like that, they will probably do it to you. You know what I mean? DTA is the word of the day now. Bro, don't trust anybody. It could be your business partner. It could be your brother. We seen shit. We seen shit that it be your own family, bro. Mothers hurting their kids. Fathers hurting their kids. Nigga, you can't trust. That's what I'm saying. It's very hard to trust. I'm not gonna sit up here and say don't trust anybody, but very, very much so you gotta be strict about it.
His list of grudges.
This nigga Binga said dick to ass.
But there was still one person close to CJ investigators could talk to. The woman Amanda mentioned earlier. Jeremy's wife of 30 years, Brandy Van Voorhees. Detectives brought Brandy in for questioning. At first, she stayed completely silent. No cooperation at all. But as the interview went on, she'd start to slip, accidentally revealing a perfect motive for the murder. But to get to that point, Brandy would first need to share a few key details about CJ and Jeremy's volatile relationship.
You want to have a seat right here in the corner. You're obviously you're not in trouble.
And I think this is the girlfriend, right? This is the same. Mind you, I will apologize if I'm wrong. But before we even see this, I want to go ahead and talk my shit just in case. This is the same girlfriend that was talking shit to the family of the man that passed, saying, oh yeah, you're going to find out what happened to him. You're going to find out what happened to him. So if she's over here now and she's trying to act all innocent on some shit, yeah, bitch. Yeah, no. We're not going about it. We're not doing that shit. We're not doing that shit. Same one? Oh yeah. I'm finna be on this bitch ass.
Anything like that.
I understand.
I just want to get some background information from you, get some information. What is your relationship with Jeremy Van Voorhees?
Well, I call him my husband, but we've been together since I've been 18.
How many years is that?
28 in December, I do believe.
And how do you know Amanda or CJ?
Actually, we met him through a mutual friend years ago. Jay is a carpet installer, and CJ needed help at one point in time.
You know how these people are. They're basically they say wife mainly because you know they probably still together like that. They gotta be. I think so. But like
a mutual friend, somebody
I count it.
I worked on a crew with years ago.
So they basically met through work, business.
Pretty much.
They lived in a close-knit community, the kind of place where everyone looked out for each other. That's how Jeremy and CJ first met and eventually started working with each other. But after CJ's disappearance, everything changed.
I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Turned against Brandy and Jeremy.
Once CJ is missing, the family, I assume, reaches out to you guys.
They called on Friday night and asked if we had seen them.
Exactly.
And they said no. Next thing you know, they're getting loud and they're like just accusing, pointing fingers, and starting an argument, and it was what they was going to do and how they was going to hurt us and that. And
They're basically threatening you guys to try to find out where CJ is, correct?
And it fucking pisses me off because they're sitting here, yeah, they were it's like the motherfuckers in school, and I know y'all probably dealt with this because like it's something that happens so many times. The motherfuckers in school that a dad be the one to steal your shit. They literally have your shit in their backpack. They're like, I don't know why everyone's mad at me. I literally didn't even do anything. Whole time the evidence is in their fucking backpack. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you're gonna sit there and fucking lie. And you're gonna say, yeah, they just came up and threatened to start beating our ass and threatened to do this, threatened to do that. You have her husband's body in your garage. Yeah, of course she wants to fucking whoop your ass, bitch. You're acting stupid.
Right.
Thinking that you guys have something to do with it, and they're threatening.
And it went straight from that to threatening. We're entwined, you know. I'm not going to say that we hang out and party because we're not that type of crowd. We don't drink and all that good stuff. But our families are entwined, you know. If one of the guys didn't work, then none of us was taken care of. So to see everybody at the front door was kind of nuts. And not only was it just the guys on the front door, there was cars lining up. Right about that time, he decided he was going to open the door again and argued with him for a few minutes. And I pushed the door shut because I told him to just get off.
Questions all out of whack.
Go away. Now, that time I never just come out and was like trying to calm the crowd down. But at that point, there was people everywhere.
According to Brandy, CJ's family and neighbors have harassed them over CJ's disappearance, even threatening them. But instead of making Brandy doubt her husband, the pressure seemed to have the opposite effect.
And I'm not gonna lie too, they're you know, it be these type of people that low-key almost get away with it every time too. What do you mean that there's people out here that'll do everything from getting, you know, chemical bonds to disintegrate bodies to, you know, finding their own little private land 400, 500 miles away and then digging the body up and then they still get caught? These motherfuckers had a body in their garage. A body in their garage for a month. Just rotting away. And not only that, multiple bodies. Like, these niggas just had multiple bodies in the garage and it never, you know, came up. I don't get that shit.
Only strengthened her belief.
If she didn't know, I'd say she has the mental capabilities of a 3-year-old. So I'm really thinking she did know. There's no way you got 3 bodies in your garage and you don't know. You know what I mean? And I mean, the fact that, you know, the other family, if she's gonna fucking sit here and lie and say she didn't know about this, yet the other family is like, where the fuck is my husband? Where the fuck is he at? Bro, like, honestly, this is the thing about me. I try and take all sides of the story. So if I have someone in my family and then someone is talking shit to them saying like, where the fuck is my husband? Or where the fuck is my family member? Like, I don't trust you. You fucking did some shit. I'm immediately going to be looking at them like this. What'd you do? like, cause obviously niggas aren't just going to start throwing out accusations like that for no reason. You know what I mean? Yeah, the smell and stuff she had to know. Yeah.
that Jeremy was
Well,
innocent.
oh yeah. I should have just said it like this. Yes, I believe she knows because of the shit she was saying to the wife. If y'all heard what she was saying to the wife, whenever the wife or whatever would come up there and say like, "Oh, like what the fuck is our husband?" Da 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 da. She would say, "Oh, you're gonna find out what happened to your husband. You'll find out what happened to your husband real soon." Yeah, you knew exactly what had happened.
That became clear when investigators asked her directly, did she think Jeremy had killed CJ?
Has he said anything then? Have you had any conversations about, have you asked him, did he do this?
I have asked him and he said no. And he's, you know, it's just like, have faith in me. And we've been married almost, well, I say married, but we've been together for almost 30 years. You know, so that's like almost married.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. They've been together for 30 years and he still ain't put a ring on it. They're married. He just ain't really want to hold her down. So that's what I'm saying, right? This nigga do not want to hold you down. If you don't snitch on him, that nigga will take you down with him, man. Like you over here trying to act like shit sweet.
All I can do is just cry. I'll be honest, that's all I can do is just cry right now. I have to say, when he says trust me, have faith in me.
At this point, Brandy seemed to think she'd gained some sympathy from investigators after describing the harassment they'd faced. That may be exactly why, just moments later, she'd slip up and accidentally reveal a crystal clear motive for the brutal murder.
How were they doing that? You know, were they issuing one?
Exactly. Panda, that's exactly what niggas need to see. Why the fuck is she crying? Every time we see these interrogations, the fucking suspects always start crying right after their little sob story, and once they feel the detectives are finna start putting BTA on their head. You know what I mean? Like genuinely, what the fuck are you crying for? No one passed away for you. The most you dealt with was some threats and harassment, but you already explained that. If it really bothered you, you would have cried before even bringing that up. You want to cry once it's all over. It's because you know that you're caught, bitch. Simple.
Check that they would then divide, or were they issuing a check to Jay and a check to CJ?
They issue one check, and this was the same way it was done.
Nigga, exactly. And I'm sorry for pausing y'all, but y'all are mentioning all these fucking great things in chat, so I love calling it out. These detectives deal with little kids that get absolutely abused, and they have to sit there and talk to them still with not with a stone wall face. Obviously, they're gonna be there supporting the kid, but they gotta have like emotions that are hardened so they don't, you know, completely ignore everything else. You think these niggas give a fuck about you and your husband or not husband, you and your man that've been together for 30 years? They've dealt with shit way worse. You over here crying over some bullshit. Those niggas don't care about you.
You're a subcontractor, you have like a leader of the crew, you know, so you have to carry a certain amount of insurance and all that good stuff. So everything is in CJ's name. So there's one check, and then after they would pay, we have
would they use that white work van? Was that?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know that CJ had been reported missing. And then his body was discovered in the garage at 408 Court Park.
3 bodies.
And like the last one was, where's the phrase? The phrase was Pavilion in Kettering. There is an old folks home Lincoln something right there.
Yeah.
That was the one big job that Jay did without CJ, although he should have been there. The only job that I can think of that was big money.
Okay. Obviously, around the time that this happened, or he went missing, where he may have came into a bunch of money.
There's no $4,000 check.
It's almost as if Brandy realized her mistake the moment she said it, and
Yep.
immediately she started backpedaling. But the damage was done. To investigators, it was clear. The missing payments for that huge job lining up perfectly with CJ's disappearance was no coincidence. At this point, they were nearly certain. Jeremy was behind the murder, but one major problem remained. Police still didn't know where he was, what car he was driving, or what he might be planning next. But just as the investigation seems to stall, the officers receive an unexpected visit, one that points directly to the killer. 6 days after CJ's body is found, a man walks into the police station claiming he knows where Jeremy is hiding. The man is Sean Connolly, Jeremy's best friend for more than 10 years. The officers sit him down for an interview.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Panda, go ahead and drop it again. DTA, bro. Even, hey, because I'm glad that he snitched out on this nigga because, bro, he needs to get locked up. But this nigga really thought he was safe. Exactly. He really thought he was safe. And his homie of 10 years snitched on him. His homie of 10 years snitched on him. You know why, though? You know why? His homie of 10 years heard that he slimed out his other homie. He said, nigga, I'm not safe. Why would I keep you safe? Said, nigga, get locked up now. And that's a perfect example of what you should do.
Quickly pulling up.
If he gonna kill his other friend, he will definitely kill you, nigga. He just needed a place to stay beforehand.
Everything they can find on him. They learn that Sean has recently been released from prison, a detail they know they can use as leverage to pressure him and ensure he doesn't mislead them. Now, Sean has just become the officer's best hope of finding Jeremy.
You know him?
It's my best friend.
Okay. How long have you known him?
Best friend.
At least 10. So you want to talk with me about him?
What if I was able to take you to his location?
What's that?
What if I was able to take you to a location?
Depends on your cooperation. You know, you gotta go straight to prison. We can take care of that.
I would prefer, so you guys don't go.
We're not out to hurt anybody. I don't want that. None of that, man.
Sean claims that Jeremy is hiding at his mother's house, about 45 minutes north of Dayton. Detectives immediately head to the location and begin surveillance. After several hours, they spot Jeremy leaving the residence and driving away in a black Hyundai Sonata. But when officers move in to stop him, Jeremy takes off. He knows the police
Fucking dumbass police, bro. I'm sorry. Lord forgive me. And y'all know I always give our troops like credit. But yo, you mean y'all niggas sat outside for hours watching this nigga knowing? I mean, it's not like any of those cases where they have to sit and wait for something to do something wrong, or sit and wait for someone to do something wrong because they already knew and had probable cause. They could have just took his ass out from the second they knew he was there. Yet they let him get into the car because they wanted to be nosy and see what he was doing. Hey, what's good, y'all? They wanted to be nosy and see what he was doing and let him go off. And then now he's out on a chase that could potentially end anybody else's life out on the road because y'all niggas didn't want to arrest him or take him away before he got to his car. That's like niggas that are knowing that someone's drunk and has keys in their pocket and they're like, I think they might take off and drive. Let's sit there and wait. And then you see him driving, you're like, oh shit, now we gotta go help and follow behind him. Nigga, it's already too late. He's already a danger to everyone out there. If you wanted to stop that shit, it should have been beforehand.
more than enough evidence to put him away for good. Not to mention that his car is filled to the brim with drugs like crack cocaine. So Jeremy does the only thing he can.
I appreciate the follow, y'all.
Like a madman.
Thank y'all for the likes as well. We about to 5K. Much love, y'all. For real. Coffee break. Bro. Thank y'all. Much love, y'all. For real. I can't lie, he kind of whipping that hoe a little bit.
Jeremy is driving with extreme recklessness, showing complete disregard for anyone on the road. The officers
Thank y'all so
know they
much.
need to stop him.
K9 on 10.
Innocent lives could be lost. But then, something completely unexpected happens. Something that will bring Jeremy to his knees.
Can you bring eastbound on well? Eastbound on well? On southbound on right. Suspect slowing down to 60. You might be stopping. Everybody watch your taxi.
You guys have a dog with you?
Put your window down! Put both hands outside the car! Suspect, with your left hand, reach out and open the car door.
You think that's what it was?
Keep your hands in the air. Step out. Grab the back of your shirt and lift it. Come back to the sound of my voice. Back. 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 Hands up.
I got cuffs.
Cross your ankle. Cross your ankle.
After an hour-long chase, seemingly by a miracle, Jeremy runs out of gas and is forced to pull over.
Yo, no, bro, you fucking called it. Oh my gosh, nigga, that's embarrassing. You know how many cases I've heard of niggas like dead going on a chase and they run out of gas? Like, bro, I get it. There's a lot of times it's a fucking it's like a fight or flight response, but I swear some niggas don't think. You think that you're driving and then you see police on your ass. I know the first thing you're gonna do isn't look for gas, but nigga, I'm talking like I do it. I'd never try and go on the run from the police because it's a stupid decision. But if I was, I definitely make sure a nigga had enough gas to get down the road. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you could just stop at a gas station and like re-up, nigga. Bro, you better make sure you got a full tank.
To the officer's relief, he doesn't resist and is quickly handcuffed before being taken to jail. The evidence against him is overwhelming, and the high-speed chase only makes things worse. Still, Jeremy has a plan to get out of this predicament.
That nigga probably had a quarter tank,
CJ's
not even a quarter
family and
tank.
Officer Floyd wait in anxious anticipation, hoping the detectives don't blunder again and let a killer slip away. Unbeknownst to Jeremy, the detectives about to walk into the room are the exact same ones who let him off the hook and gave him a month of freedom.
Wow. I bet he feels slow now.
Jeremy, how you doing, bub? I'm Detective House. This is Detective Lips. We're with the Dayton Police Department. We're investigating an incident with Clinton. All right. Do you want to talk to us about what's going on? Get your side of the story?
Oh, I didn't do this, but I would like to talk to a lawyer.
Realizing he's
My nigga, you just took the police on a fucking chase. If you didn't do it, you just did that shit for fun? Like, you know, I get it. Niggas are gonna sit up here and lie on a stand regardless, but hey, I appreciate that. Bro, I salute y'all every time for that. For real, for real. Thank y'all. It means the world.
in serious trouble, Jeremy asks for a lawyer, but fortunately, the evidence against him is strong enough that a confession isn't even necessary. Officer Floyd can finally relax, knowing the killer
You don't need
has
no
been
lawyer,
caught.
nigga.
Still, he can't shake the thought that the detective's inaction may have cost an innocent man his life. Jeremy Van Voorhees is charged with 2 counts of murder, felonious assault, tampering with evidence, and gross abuse of a corpse. He is sentenced to 22 years to life in prison. For the high-speed chase, an additional 24 months is added to his sentence. Regarding the 2 other deaths mentioned by the residents, the police could not find any proof that Jeremy was involved with any of them.
I was sitting there listening because I'm like 22 to life. What about the other 2 bodies? And you say that you can't conclude if he had anything to do with them? Nigga, what were the bodies doing in his garage? What are you talking about? And this is shit about cops, bro. His wife did it. Maybe. But this is shit I don't understand. Cops pick and choose when they want to do that bullshit, bro. They'll find one body and then say, oh, there's 2 other bodies, but I can't prove that he did it. Yet, let them find a nigga smokes, and then they go and then find a water cache. Now he's all of a sudden this, that, and the third, and they just looking around the house for everything that can add on to the charge. Yeah, fuck out of here. Hey, you know, the police really, cause hey, they even let him off too. They let him off too, for a month. That's what they said. The same detectives that let him off were the same detectives that, you know, were interrogating him again. So had they just maybe did their job and justice been served and he went to prison and served whatever time, he wouldn't have been out to do whatever to that other man. So rest in peace to that man. It's a case of negligence. Always gave him a month of freedom. And this is the thing. Whenever it comes to those cases, whether someone's let out on bail or someone, you know what I mean? Like, bro, these niggas will let monsters out on bail and think that they won't do anything. These niggas know they're about to go away for the rest of their life, and you think they're gonna spend 20 days following the law? Nigga, you're stupid. Golly, we're gonna go ahead and end that YouTube video off right there. YouTube, if you enjoyed the reaction, tune in to Ty Scooty live on YouTube for any further reactions, or tune in to TikTok because we're always reacting to shit on there as well. If y'all like it, like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.